picks phase, they were converted to Team Black Cat as well. I know by the end of Chiefs and Gen G, we can get you there.
Nah, you know why? Because they're going to ban out FMCL's Black Cat. The one Black Cat I really want to see. He's never showing up. He's always banned out. But in the midst of it all, let's see. We're getting into the ban draft here between Gen G and the Chiefs. Already Gambit locked out for both sides right now. We've got to be very aware right now. Double Dino Protect is probably what's going to be coming up. The Chiefs have Dino locked in for Donald. Donosaurus Rex was the name that we coined last night. We're going to see if we can, see some of that dinosaur coming out from Zensari. Got to think of a nickname. Let me cook and I'll get back to you on that one.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see what you got cooking in the lab there, Liger. We love the creativity coming out from you there. But speaking of creativity, not much in this draft. It's a planet of mirrors, to be honest. And we'll see if there's going to be a change coming after this Protect deal.
Alright, okay, yep, well, we got it. The double Dino Protect, the Mantis double ban, locked in. Oh, hovering the Black Cat for Gen G. Insanity, it's happening. It's happening. Let's see, it's happening. Gen G protected Black Cat. This is the first time they've managed to protect Black Cat for FMCL. Maybe even for Boba. Maybe for Salvo Skittles. I'm gonna be honest with you, they could all probably play it. This team's insane. They could probably pull it out. We're gonna find out very, very, very soon right here. Let's see how it's going. Moving to the action right now. By Fox as well with the Protect. Final ban coming out. That's going to affect the Chiefs here. Listen, the Chiefs, what don't they have access to? No Mantis, no Luna, no Gambit, and now no Captain America available as well. That's going to be something that's one-sided in favor of Captain Duep, as we can clearly see.
They trade the Cap for the Rocket here. So Chiefs focus on this one and playing more into the rocket prioritization is interesting onto this one. But I mean, Duep having so much aura on the Cap could be just another factor in of itself, right? Because they're able to go leaps and bounds with it. We've seen it all before, and we are most certainly going to see it again. But I'm loving to see the combinations that are already being hovered here by the Gen G side. FMCL hovering over the Cat there, maybe having the DD coming out alongside it. Bobo thinking about where they want to go with it. Could be the Phoenix, could be any of the duelists coming into the pool on this one. I'm just excited to see exactly what is going to be coming out here. And the fact that Skittles is thinking about the strat pool, that's something we haven't really seen too much out of into this season, Liger.
I'm down for a little bit of skip pool. We'll get to it, We already got Madness coming. I just, everybody, please listen. I'm calling it. We're talking a year ago. A year ago, around this time, Black Panther, FMCL, tearing up Stage 1 Ignite last year. Tearing it up. And it might be Deja Vu, and it might be Cinema Part 2 if FMCL finally gets this Black Cat going. We've been waiting. Everyone's been crazy. Lil Rang's been crazy. Reno's been crazy. But it's finally time for FMCL. They're the champs of the region. We're going to see if they can keep it up and bring a championship level Black Cat as well. I'm hyping it up for a reason, everybody. Let's see if they can deliver. Reno on the Daredevil, flanking around, getting that resource up, finding out the positioning of Gen G to relay it back to the fellow Chiefs right there. Missionary is unlocking right now. Presence is there with the double dinos right now, contesting with space. The beams are going off. Straight for the chomps, straight for the barrier early from Donald right there. Crunched by Zenstari. Goes for the flip, doesn't get it going off, but Duep in the backline taking down Bubble on the Fox.
Taking it down and going to another level. But speaking of level, it's leveling up the playing field in favor of Gen G right now, having a player up and getting JV there on the fadeaway. That's going to be good to build up a little bit more time in this early presence here over the capture point. See if they can manage to catch them off guard once again, though. Beast Note trying their best to slip through the cracks there. Not going to be able to work with Reno as they will be punished, and Gen G just furthering their pursuit.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, 20% climbing right now for Gen G. Bubba with the quick shots taking out Beast Note. Got him down in the house. Back with the BR beacon, though. Mark your rockets. You got to get those beacons out of here as soon as you can. Bubba flanking around. Got the information. Relay back to the team. Oh, in the midst of it, Reno does spot him. Tries to go for him. Face shifting out of there with the Phoenix Force. Got to be very, very careful when Reno's on the hunt. But not going to take it to court just yet. We're going to start up FMCL. Starting up the reset of the Black Cat. Shot down by Jongvek. Takes one bubble out, but Jongvek denies the Black Cat rolling stampede. The Wep is going to take out Don in return. The Dino is down. Bring the pressure forward, forcing the end song from Boba right there, taking out Zycrick. 50% and climbing. Boba takes another, and of course, in turn, dodges Jongvek's end song in the backline. Duep trying to go for the strats of the Gen G, and is taken down right there. Oh, Reno takes down Boba, but in return, Skittles claims vengeance for their squad right there. Matsy, 60%, bro. They're still doing good, as well as the Chiefs are making picks here. They're just not getting enough to be able to capture it back.
Yeah, they're trying to find value, right? They're trying to isolate some of the picks in the back end of things, but FMCL just does it better. Double trouble, looking for 3, trying their best to break through. Duet pulls through, and gonna be looking to hit the floor and get some more. It's gonna be rip and tear. Gen G, they flare up, and they lock it away, heading dangerously close now towards the finish line of this one.
Oh yeah, we're on final fight territory here. Everybody on Hell's Heaven round 1 in the midst of it all. FMCL chasing an adaptable Beast Knight on the Venom. You got to be very careful as he rotates around, going to swing around back and regroup with the rest of the Chiefs. 97% becomes 98, which becomes 99 into overtime. Right there with a little bit of action for the dive duelists right there. Reno v FMCL, a matchup the world wants to see. But the Dinos as well. Zensari vs Donald are crunching. Jongbek takes out Zensari. Salvation falls as well to Reno. That's value for the Chiefs. Up in the numbers right now. But Duep's off the map. Skittles off them. They go for a quick reset here. Calm down, everybody. Gen G, they're playing for time. Very excellently resetting with the rest of their squad.
Yeah, gonna be a rinse and resetting. Looking to build themselves back up again. The thing that the Chiefs have right now to at least keep themselves established is they have some ults at their disposal. Gen G are going to be trying to make them burn through them, so then they have their own tools at the ready to try and flip the mission area here. So it's going to be a battle of trying to make Chiefs play into the sacrifices on this one.
That is the plan. You got to play hard ball. You got to be careful. Reno letting it out in the back line right there, matching it with the Feast of the Abyss right there. Salvation's going to counter, bring out the Kumiho to match the pace. Donald with the rampage as well. Jongvek's the one getting the picks. FMCL down, bring in the firepower. Jongvek just shredding through all of that damage. The marks of the Phoenix do take down the Dinos and Starry right there. That's going to give Chiefs another fight victory at the cost of about 4 ultimates to Gen G, who only used 2, but nonetheless still a great fight for the Chiefs here. They can build it up. They got Ensong, they got Kumiho. They'll build up to another amp for the next fight with Gen G. They're going to be very, very interesting to see how they lead the charge here. And obviously, it's all going to be on that calling card from FMCL if they can get the stacks going.
We've seen exactly what those calling cards can do as they bring it out. Reno are going to start the song strong though. Find Salvation in the back there. Double Beats Rampage coming out from Zenstari here. But the Chiefs are sustaining through it. Playing lines of sight, trying to back out. Bubble not going to be so lucky, and more to follow. The Kumiho are getting unleashed here just to buy it a bit more time for themselves. They may just be forced into a bit of Portal combat in order to keep this fight flowing into their favor here. Ensong coming out from Bobo as well. Donald is at the...
Oh my.
Ready. The timers are coming through here.
Are you kidding me right now with a portal like that? With a portal like that, you got to be kidding me. Bubba taking out Arena. Jongbek's down. That's 3 down for the Chiefs. That's going to be in favor of Gen G right now. Overtime sticking down, and now Don's already switched to the strange portal. Can we get the pentagram off Ferrala that can save the day? The question is, there's a dinosaur blocking. There's a Bobo on the high ground. You got to be careful. Reno's chasing the back line. Skittles gets away. Fishy with a beast not on the thing. We don't know what's going to happen next. Bobo, there it is. Donald on the strange. Seraphim shield goes down. There's a chance. Salvation on the Atom. Anybody there to contest? No. Gen G do get round 1 on Hell's Heaven.
The Chiefs keep it competitive though, you know, managing to run it all the way down to the line there, flipping the script all the way when Gen G managed to get it almost to the edge of the capture. So they're keeping it close, keeping it competitive as always here, Liger. And you love to see the diversification coming through there, the adaptability. Like even at the end there, maybe paying a bit of homage to you, bringing out the man, the myth, the thing on to the decks here.
I mean, hey, come on. hey, it's Big Ben Grimm. Hey, we've seen the memes. Let me tank it. That's what I'm saying. Give me the thing. I'm looking forward to a Beast Knight, definitely living up to the name. Let's bring out the Rocky Beast. Never mind, it's going back to Venom. I got my hopes up. Matty, I got my hopes up again. This keeps happening to me. The Moonlight, the thing. I never get to see what I want to see, but that's okay. That's okay. Because you know what we can see? Cinema. Because right now, Gen G and Chiefs are putting on a show for all of the folks watching, the marvelous folks out there watching Marvel Rivals Ignite today. Make sure you're getting it going. Make sure you're watching. Lock in, connect your account. Get your drops going, everybody. The drops are crazy this season. You got to lock in more than ever. Now, speaking of locking in, Reno. Locking in the Daredevil again. Why? It's consistent, it's good, and it's a great counter pick for Black Cat. Why? You can see where she's going, you can see where she's staging, and you can see who she's trying to hunt in your backline. So that is the mark, that is the presence. Reneverse FMCL is the win con for both of these teams to consider here. The question is who's going to get the first value from their card played first.
Yeah, Freedom Charge to enable the fight onto this one, taking it slow and steady, and will be matched by the CYA here, bringing Beast No back. No, maybe not. BRB not going to be in action. Salvation not going to have the Comic Revival either. That is a great opening KO. The Cocoon could come out though. Salvation straight back onto it. Born again. Gen G back in action. They managed to bring their team back just before they go down. And this is going to be Plow Town for Gen G right now. Ready to try and meet them, greet them. But Cycrick is managing to fight them band for band here, Lagger. This is insane work. But the Chiefs are still in control.
They are still indeed right now with a 20% lead as they climb further in that percentage on the mission area. Barriers going off right now from the Dino. Presence from Zenstari, the Rampage from Donald as well. It's a battle of the Dinos. Who's gonna be the one to not go extinct? Big Crunch coming out from BeastNut with the feast right there. Reno in return brings out the clobbering, the Trunch in action, I should say, because he's a lawyer and he's got weapons of candy desire. We gotta be careful because that's definitely not Daredevil, but nonetheless, they are definitely detecting where Gen G are. Again, a quick fight for the Chiefs, a good 50% climb. We've got to bring attention to the fact that Reno knows where they are, knows the position. It's all on BeastNut to try build their ultimate up again, get that Feast of the Abyss. Cycrick will have Kumiho as well, but Gen G are ready. They got the end song, they got the chance for Jeff time. We know what Skittles has done on this map before. It's all a matter if Gen G want to set it up. But calling card from FMCO is the first one going off already into the backline. Blitzing through Bubble, taking out the Rocket, goes for the Phoenix. There's another Jongvek down. Salvation picking off Reno. That's going to be a massive advantage for Gen G. 6-3, insane. And a little Jeff time, we're going for the splashing.
Splashing, dashing, and crashing through the defenses of the Chiefs there at long last. Gen G will be able to flip the script and change up that control into their favor. So the Chiefs now are going to have to find a way to break back into this one, and they already lose out Donald in the meanwhile there. That's going to be an issue for them, trying to build up towards the regroup here. At least Gen G, they're playing their angles on this one. You know, they're watching those lines of entry there in case the Chiefs are starting to sneak around. They're ready to respond to them at a moment's notice. I just figure the comms are going to be strong for Gen G right now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Right now, communication calm, cool, collected, but you need to actually bring out a little bit of chaos when we're talking about this season. You got to bring that firepower, that thunder, and FMCL are in the backline. Stealth action, double dive with Duep. What synergy is between these legends right here? FMCL taking out Bubble right there with a clean combination of the Captain America. Goes for the engage, goes for the disengage, never gets caught out in the mix of it all. Dodges the end song, bang, right there from BeastNut. It's going to collect a little bit of damage. And Sarah's in the red right now, but going to get sustained by Skittles. Skittles taken down by Reno. Big value Salvation trying to get into a good position because you know Comic Revival's up and they can bring... Maybe they might hesitate for now. Salvation's down. Cocoon could be online. Yes, it is. We're going to activate FMCO, getting a pick. Never mind, the fight is still on. Gen G get the trade. Feast of the Abyss coming out from BeastNut. BeastNut, big crunch action. Denying so much resource from Gen G as FMCL is still in the backline, taking out the Rocket, going for Bubble. Hits the amp if needed, but there's a couple of health right now, and Black Cat is on the hunt. She hits the whip, she hits the claw, she takes out Rocket once more. And there it is, Jongvek getting the power, getting the pain. DD versus Black Cat, battle of the dive. It goes in favor of FMCL. And now, Jongvek getting a pick as well. It's just bang for bang right now from both teams. They get picks, but Gen G's in capture possession. 7% left. Chiefs have one more fight.
One more fight, one more stand here, and losing BeastNut is not going to help them. At least the BRB will bring them back. Donald going to be good for the portal as well, but Bobo is just pelting down damage from afar right now onto the strategist. They're having problems. Reno's in deep trouble here. They're just sneaking through damage after damage, and no one is able to stop it. Kumiho getting unleashed with the devil there as well. The Chiefs fighting desperately into this one to try and claim back control, to try and claim their hopes and dreams into this one. They found celebration there. It's a start, but the calling card coming through could be the answer they need here. Is Jam from Skittles as well. They are bringing out everything they've got into this one, Liger. It's going to go down to the wire.
Insane resets coming up from FMCL. Triple KO for the Black Cat, going for the fourth, going for the fifth. We're going to see if they're going to get the multi-hits, but Reno shuts him down. DD gets the action overtime, sticking down and out. One last chance for the Chiefs right here. It looks like Duep's there trying to hold it down, and they do right there. Nobody left on Chiefs to contest. Gen G do take Hell's Heaven. Wow.
They come out on top and prop ahead with a grand start there, but certainly wasn't an easy fought endeavor. You know, they had to work hard for that one. You could tell they were switched on, covering all bases there, managing to play into all the angles and off angles time and time again. Salvation on the MVP as well. You love to see them and how they navigate the Adam Warlock time and time again. Like, not many teams choose to play into Adam too often, but it's certainly been a bit of a calling card for Gen G.
And the best part is 3 players on their team can play Adam to a high degree. Salvation, FMCL, Bubba. You know, probably Skittles got it in the bag too, but doesn't need to because Skittles is probably this region's premier Jeff player. Living up to the Orca name, living up to the Shark in action. Definitely keen to see some Skittles on the Jeff. And again, not a lot of teams are playing Jeff, but Skittles brings that outsource speed buff to the rest of their team, allowing their dive to be so clean. And it's also all the healing pouring to Zen Story, because guess what? Duep don't need the heals. Duep's flying around, collecting health packs, jumping around, backing up Black Cat, good combinations. I do not want to be in the middle of a 1-2-3 and you're done between Duep and FMCL's double dive in your backline, ruining your life combination right there. So nonetheless, that's the matter, that's the power, but still a presence from the Chiefs, not to be slept on. They were crazy here in this match as well.
Yeah, they put on some huge work there. You could tell that they were trying their best to just set up some KO opportunities for themselves there. You know, Reno tried their best to combine with Beast Node to put things into motion. It worked at times, but then it didn't a lot of other times there. Like Reno having 12 final hits to their name, it goes to show they were still being impactful despite not being able to really push it exactly where they wanted it there. And I mean, there's a reason that they made it to the highlight reel here as well. You know, they were definitely doing the best they could.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the reels there says it all, and it's just as exciting as ever right now. But it's a bit tough for the Chiefs. They wanted to at least get around there, maybe even get the map win right now. Now, the Chiefs in history, I believe, in upper bracket during preseason, they took 1 map off Gen G before they got sent down to lower bracket, and then in grand finals they did take another map off them. So only 2 maps. Only 2 maps of Gen G have the Chiefs taken off them in history, but these teams go way back. There's been players who've also been in the former version of Gen G's previous roster under the Chopper Mag banner, so they know them well, they know them better than anyone else. So if there's ever a team to take down the Mountains Kings, that's gonna be the Chiefs versus Gen G, but the Chiefs gotta show a little bit more firepower to be able to secure it.
That's it, more power, and they're going to build up towards that right on the other side of this break, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Map 2 right after this.
Well, Gen G does what Gen G does, and let me tell you, that was cinema for our first game, but Chiefs did make it pretty close. It was the upper 70s and low 80s for both the domination points, and as Liger said before we went to the break, the only time a domination match ever not went in Gen G's way was to the hands of Chiefs. But that was Celestial Husk. This was Hell's Heaven. It's a little bit different. And Matsy, we were talking about this in our very brief break after the matchup, but Daredevil versus the Black Cat. I know there's a lot of conversations about which one is stronger, but having that more pro insight, I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are about where Black Cat exists against the Daredevil, and if we're going to start seeing more Black Cat enthusiasts going forward.
Ooh, I feel like Black Cat has the clear advantage at the moment. I think that there's a lot more that players can utilize in her kit there. And I mean, there's a reason that we're just having absolute calling card clip farms across basically every single team that we're watching
it looks cool
today. It's just insane. It's flashy. Like a lot of players have been saying, whenever the cat's banned out, then you go for the slightly lesser option in the Daredevil there.
Oh, actually, I want to talk about those lesser options too, because all of Gen G's bans focused entirely on the strategic backline of Chiefs. So we had Rocket Band, Mantis, Gambit, Luna completely gone. Chiefs are going to be taking Gen G to the only convoy map that they have ever won against Gen G. That is Museum of Contemplation. Matsy, I'm going to focus on you once again. Are we going to see Chiefs go for the same strategy and only ban strats?
It's a tough one, right? Because if they only ban strats, it leaves so many other things open. And like, you saw what FMCL was able to do.
Yeah, Salvation got MVP.
Yeah. It's just Adam Farm, right? But I mean, it's always going to be a game of sacrifices heading in through the draft there. You know, it's like, do you want them to have the best strategist lineup they could ever dream of? Or do you allow them to be absolute demons on those duelists?
I mean, look, Team Devil Dino over here. If you go for a full strategic backline, you do get your dream come true. But we also get ours. We get the Black Cat as well. But Liger, the front line for Gen G was atrociously strong back on Hell's Heaven. You had the Devil Dino. You had the Black Cat. Phoenix matchup there. Duep on Captain America himself. I see your outfit, Liger. Talk to me about it.
Come on now. Come on now. The front line, Duep? Nah. My guy moves the line to the back line. All the lines, connect the dots. If you get enough lines, you can bend them into a circle, and that's the shield that Duep carries right there. So you gotta be careful, and you do not let that man get one-side cap once again, I'll tell you that. But you know what I want to see, Matsy? I want to see something with a bit of ferocity. I want to see something primal. And not just primal in the dinosaur sense, maybe the primal flame team up. Come on now. Ooh. Can we get that combination? Wolverine is a great choice against the dino here. If you want to play into the dino, you want to deny the dino, it doesn't matter. They both got dino locked in with the protects from the ban so far. Gambit already gone. Now, we learned earlier today when we were watching Good Old America. If those were tuning in for Ignite America, you know the drill. Do not let Gambit through. It has statistically proven to not end well for you. Do not let it through. However, the only team in OCE to let Gambit through and still win has been Gen G. The question is, are they willing to take that risk here in stage 1?
Ooh, I don't know if they'd be willing to take it, especially not against the Chiefs right now, right? If it was maybe one of the other teams, they could consider it, considering how creative they can be, right, with some of their compositions there. But against a team like the Chiefs, who is arguably the closest team to them in OCE right now, I don't know if they're willing to take risks like that, you know? Because once you give a Chief something, they're going to be having an absolute tight grip over it.
That's absolutely true. Well, Black Cat Protect right now for the Gen G squad. Question is, what's next for the Chiefs? Okay, they're going to shut down the Rocket. Not something Gen G ran with last round, but still a great resource to get rid of. Why? You know what this map is. You know what Museum of Contemplation is. You already know. The folks out there, the fans of Gen G, you already know it's time for triple on the defense, but not yet because Gen G is actually attacking first, which means they're planning for that Rocket to be a factor on the second half. So we're going to calm down, we're going to take a step back, we're going to realize that Gen G is going to roll with a bit of high damage composition here. The Bobo on the Phoenix, FMC on the Black Cat. Good comfort picks here. Why? Because the Chiefs are going to go out with a very boxed in, very dangerous combo of the Groot Dinosaur.
You feeling primal, Liger? Well, you got primal in another way. It's going to be the primal judgment coming through right now from Donald and Jong Vec there with the Punisher and Devil Dino. So, not going to be the primal flame today. Maybe later on. We're going primal in another way. Love to see it, and very interested to see how the defensive side works out here for the Chiefs playing into that triple strategist lineup there. They're focusing on the Atom as well, so they're taking a little something out of Gen G's playbook here.
Oh, 100% right now, 100,000%. We got to be very careful here how they want to roll out with this. Look, listen, you know, it's It's missing the full commit of the triple that Gen G are known for, but a little bit of Punisher, a little bit of Jongvek Punisher might be the key for them. So nonetheless, that'll be the plan, that'll be the action. Let's see how it is. We got the Dynamo, we got the group, we got the Punisher. It's gonna be a formidable front line. The moon, hold on, Bobo's on the moon knight, lock in for Gen G. Here we go. They're gonna be able to use that to break through the group line of defense right here. We're gonna get eyes on Bobo very soon, as of course Jongvek is reading those movements, reading those patterns, trying to clear out all those deployables to really give the Chiefs a strong defense here. But Duep on the good old tried White Queen Emma. Again, a very comfortable pick for Duep right here. A very strong pick. You gotta be careful. Ironwood walls are being set up right now by the Beast Node. You gotta be smart. You gotta be careful. But not enough. Jongvek takes out Salvation. The moon's already dropping, everybody. Bubba Buto in the flash of... Oh, my days. Too fast for anybody to count. With a little Moonblade. With a couple darts. That's a triple K for the moon. That's right, because you know why, everybody? Bobo remembered to pay his debt to the moon while everybody else was having fun in the sun. You gotta lock in.
Lock it down, lock it in, and going to see if they can get more arcs just like that. Beast Node is already forced on the TP here as well, so you know that they're getting desperate. They do not want to let them get any closer to the capture point here, otherwise they're going to be in deep trouble. They're playing around that buddy barrier as well to layer out the damage so they can't enable anything onto the back of the strategist lane here. And now Donald being disengaged from the line of sight only furthers Gen G's pursuit onto this one. They're managing to isolate out the KOs again, take the Chiefs away from their strategists, and just single them out piece by piece. They enable it all over the same, and they will be able to get a staggered KO on Torino as well. So it's just working out a treat for Gen G here.
A bit of an unfortunate duel of the Black Cats there, as FMCL got the jump on Reno, but nonetheless Reno can regroup with the rest of their team. As we see the rest of the action going off. Calling card available for FMCL as well. Skittles has the boundary. Can get very intense in just a moment. Throwing out that flame right there. Setting it up. Just getting, you know, the chance to cover any flankers right there. Already lasering through on Beast Node. Denying some sustain. Calling card called out right there by FMCL. Goes for the first march. It's going to be a clean shot right there. Salvation diving just as well. White Fox and Black Cat in your backline. Everybody hands down. You got to watch out. B-Core swiping right there. Taking out Zycric. And another goes down. Jongvek in return. Avengers taking out Bobo. But Beast Node's getting chased by the Black Cat right now. Couple more hits away. Gets sustained. FMCL can't get the pick, but is going to regroup nonetheless. And right now, you know, just the school bus is moving. Shout out, you know, to Salvation, just keeping the school bus move. Sorry, Skittles, you know, just delivering the convoy as much as possible as the rest of Gen G are diving around the Chiefs' front line.
Yeah, diving around and having a good old time. It didn't even matter. Psionic Seduction was cancelled there. The calling card now going to be coming out from Reno, though. Trying to see if they can plow their way through. Going to have to break through the barrier first. And now they managed to reap the rewards there. Bobo down. Traded by FMCL. It's time to get Galactic on the legend there. And we'll be able to shut them down for Jongvek. Still matching them KO for KO though. FMCL proving a threat onto this one with Psionic Seduction. The final touch here for Duep. The Chiefs able to cut out of the line of sight though, but FMCL still hasn't been dealt with. CYA at least comes up to sustain them through it here, but now they managed to find exactly what they need. Double KO for them. They can finally push Gen G back onto this one and force them to regroup.
Oh, they definitely got some foot in here from the Chiefs. Nice to see it. A little bit of a match of that earlier Galactic Legend that did take away all the pressure that was coming out from the calling card. They matched a couple picks, 3-3 apiece each, allowing Gen G and Chiefs to sort of have a neutral situation here. As, you know, the school bus is just chilling, contemplating on the hill right there. Got to be very careful right now. The beam coming out from Donald, trying to shut down that flying cat. Who? Oh, Reno returned, taking out Salvation. A nice early pick, taking down the early pressure from Gen G. They're going to have to regroup here, but Reno has a little bit of a flank on his mind. He's wondering if he can take out somebody here. Sets the mark of the call of the cat right there. Marks right now onto FMCL. And they're just kind of waiting for each other, waiting to see who's going to hit that first strike.
Yeah, and they scout them out effectively there with the Flame Orb as well, so Gen G has all the information to scout things out, stage themselves accordingly for the fight ahead. I like how the Chiefs are playing multiple lanes here though, but it doesn't even matter. FMCL's jumping in on it with a calling card, combining with the Ansong Inferno there. They've already shut down Bubble, but Jongvek is great for the trade onto this one. Duep managing to shift focus, and Donald now being taken out of the fight. This is exactly the turn Gen G needs now as they rip and tear through the back line. They're in deep trouble, Liger. Gen G are firing up again.
It's absolutely clinical. Dweb dives in, sends everybody into a frenzy. The Chiefs retreat, they use abilities, they go to the sky. The moment they do, the calling card has been activated by FMCL, sets up the swipe, sets up the claws, goes in for those stragglers, picks them off one by one, and then when you think there's not enough pressure, Bobo's on the front line, blitzing the rest of them with the mark of the Phoenix right there, and getting that momentum. But the Chiefs regroup, they do have contention. They only pushed it a little bit off the hill from that fight, and now we gotta watch out for Jongvek in the skies, going galactic, but gonna be met by FMCL, backflips out of the fight, but another match, FMCL tries to go for it, barely gets Jongvek. Jongvek does manage to survive and take out FMCL in the process.
Ooh, gonna be exactly what they needed. Piece of the Abyss now forcing out a more utility onto this one. Gen G not gonna have any strategist utility after the Kumiho runs its course. Sierrino now has the calling card. Ready and waiting, does shut down Bobo, so this is a good start for them, considering the firepower Bobo's been able to bring here. Now looking to see if they can swing anything else into action with the big old Stampede. The Devil Beast Rampage running its course as well. This is good to stall time for the Chiefs here, right on the edge of the second capture point, Liger. But Gen G, they're building up so many ults of their own. This could be their time to Stampede as well.
Oh, absolutely right now. 30 seconds left on the clock, everybody. The final chance for Gen G to keep it moving, to keep it grooving, and get to that second gate of the museum right now. We want to get to the Doctor Strange Convoy Evolution, but for now, it's a battle of the Donald on the beams right there, matching pace. He's got eyes on Zen Starry. We've got to watch out for the Xenosaur, and it could be at any moment right there. Reno taking out Bobo. There's Reno going, slicing in right now. Aim for Skittles, but Skittles is just so elusive, and the Jeff gets away from the fight when you least expect it. But Beast Node's there, tries to go for the... Ooh, goes for a Tendril right now. Does manage to get Salvation. Salvation down. No chance of the Kumio being built up, but the overtime is ticking off right now. Chiefs are showing hold and force right here. Reno going for Skittles, finally securing the fishiness, and they do deny the chance of a portal congestion coming out from Gen G. The Chiefs hold it just shy of the second gate. What an excellent hold at the halfway mark.
Yeah, what an amazing turnaround there. They managed to force out so many critical pieces of utility there from Gen G. Managed to play their lines effectively here and really secure it with such a disciplined approach. You could tell that in the beginning there, they were just kind of filling them out, waiting to see what they bring to the table, and they managed to stabilize things and managed to find the recipe. So well done to the Chiefs there on holding it just on the edge. Means they got a lot less distance to cover here, but as you can see, Liger, there's a shift in focus already from Gen G. They have access to the Loki onto this one, as well as the Atom. Gonna be matching that with Salvation on the Invis there, so we could see the karmic cycle coming into this one, the revival cycle. It's gonna be quite a testing Gen G.
I mean, this is what they're known for, everybody. Not a duelist insight at all for the triple composition. Here we go. Gen G's finest composition they use to absolutely not just hold the line, but also hold the opposing team's throats, because they're goddamn not letting them make a move or take a breath out here. But it is what it is. That is the matter. That is the power coming from Gen G's presence. But the Chiefs are ready. They know what they're going to walk into, so they've brought a bit of firepower, bringing out the Jongvek on the Star-Lord, bringing out Reno on the DD. Instead of the Black Cat, just a little bit more punching power. Not as elusive, but necessarily, that's not what they need to be. They don't need to... Never mind, Reno on the Moon Knight. He saw the Triple Vanguard and said, you know what? I'll farm it. In fact, it's actually going to Jongvek on the Moon Knight. Double swap right there. Reno bringing out the Black Cat, saying, you know what? Let's do this. Good switches, good marks. FMCL, however, on the Groot, let's take out Reno. Big Yggdra Groot action right there, setting up the Ironwood wall, blocking off Donald right now. Is it going to be enough for them to crunch and take? Zenstar hits the reset combo, goes for that jump crunch right there, does bring him out. Do up in return with a roundhouse kick, taking out Beast Node. Even though they got themselves another beacon, they're going to have to retreat for now. Donald's down. They're going to have to regroup back in spawn as Gen G do win the first fight here. But ultimates are looking pretty good for Chiefs. The Moon is ready to answer the call.
Yeah, the Moon's ready, and they're actually just gonna pop it. I thought maybe they wait for the Strangling Prison there, but no, they use it to clear space onto this one so they can force their way forward, and it works out. But Diamond Form coming out there into the Carbon Crush, not gonna be able to rush around it though. Donald will be able to fall back onto this one. Playing into a fully charged 2-ep though, that's gonna be a scary sight to behold, but at least the Chiefs now managed to get it to the next choke point here, but they're gonna have to isolate something around the back perhaps. Boundary already coming up into this one, and here we go. You're chopping, you're stomping away. It's strangling prison for prison here. The boundary's almost going down, and Bobo is the first to fall here. This is a great start for the Chiefs, Liger.
Down goes Bobo, but he's got the cocoon to bring him back into the fight, which means he can build up to a karmic revival. But you already know Skittles is the one that goes for the shapeshift and brings a karmic revival of his own, which means Genji will be back in the fight. But at the same time, Jongvek has built up the hand of the moon again. We're going to force a Psionic coming out from Duep right there. Donald goes for the rampage, directly goes for Duep right now, trying to crunch him out, sends the moon down from Jongvek, gets one, taking out Salvation, FMCL's down, but it doesn't matter because Bobo's in the corner. And again, karmic revival born again. Genji returning to the fight, but a couple are down. There's still not a chance. The Chiefs had momentum and may have caught them off into a bad spot here. Genji struggling right now, but they got a rampage. If they can get Zenstari there, they can rampage, but he's getting bitten, he's getting chomped. Enough for them to make it. The portal is winding up. Duep is there to contest. It ain't over till it's over. The Chiefs have contention, but so does Genji. 1.89 meters. The fight isn't over yet.
It's not over till it's over, and now Zen manages to shut down Donald. A great way to rush things back and build up a bit more time for yourselves here. A minute and a half to go, and Genji need to run the timer as much as they can. I admire the disciplined approach, though, coming through from the Chiefs there. As soon as they lose 2 critical pieces, they just retreat out of the fight, regroup, and look to run it back in the next one. Considering how close they are to charging up multiple ults here, this is a crucial time, and they've had a crucial change. It's the Wolverine from Reno. They're looking to lock it in.
Lock it in or get locked out of opportunity right now. 1 minute left on the clock here for the Chiefs to hold it, and if they do, they secure victory and take another map of Genji on their record. But that is not about records, it's about winning it all in totality. And speaking of it all, the moon drops with the strangling prison right there, but it's not enough. Duep and Salvation, big power coming out from the wizard, the sorcerer supreme. What a hold right there. Donald taking down Salvation with the picks. Everybody's looking sharp, looking ready. There's only 30 seconds left, even though it was a formidable attack right now. Oh my days, Genji looking formidable. They got one more defense here. They got Agamotto on the line. They're gonna bring out the rampage. Bubba will bring the dance of the butterfly. Everybody get your music ready. But Strangling Prism is online for Beast Node. This could be the ult to change it all.
The time to change it all, the time to make it happen could be here and now, and a strangling prison could be right around the corner unless Beast Node is shut out of the fight with immediate effect. But here we go, now playing into the strangling prison, gonna be shut down by the Cutterfly in the back though. Jongvek not gonna be enabled into this one, forced back into the fight with the BRB, but it's time to stampede with the Devil Beast Rampage, and now Beast Node managing to find 2 critical KOs to help with the Agamotto. It doesn't even matter, the Chiefs are finding their footing, finding their way back into this one. They will be able to run it over in the OT, and we go even further beyond.
Add some time to the bank. We are not cashing out just yet, everybody. We got another 2:30 here on this map today. Right now, the Chiefs are looking confident, looking good, but we know that Genji took quite a bit of time to get to that mark. They took them the entirety of a 4-minute 20 time bank to get to that hill right there. We got to be careful. We got to be very sharp in how we prospect this area right here, but already down to 2 minutes as they keep on moving. The convoy, you wish you could move faster, but unfortunately, it's slowly chugging along. But speaking of chugging along, Zenstari doesn't need to. Ultimate's online. Rampage at any moment. Watching out. Beast Node on the cap. There it is. Rampage coming out from the Xenosaur. You got to be ready for the crunch in action. Goes directly for Donald. Donald taking quite a bit of damage, but he's going to survive right now. And he's going to be taken down by Salvation with the power of Adam. Little secret duelist gameplay coming out from Salvation's Adam right here. Bringing in the firepower, as they always bring the power to bring the team back. They can bring the firepower as well. Now, into the mix of it all, 1 minute 30 down on the clock. NG doing great right here, really melting the Chiefs clock here, but ultimates are online for the Chiefs and they're ready to activate.
Ready to activate, and don't be late to this one, everybody. We are on Power Station and ready to see more devastation as it's time to get galactic. Jongvek ready and waiting to try and push their way around, but Duep gonna be pushing them out of this fight, and now jumping straight into the back line as well. Not gonna allow any chances to the Chiefs onto this one, and they can't afford to be losing much into this stage of the fight, considering the time is against them here. Reno's at least back, but losing Donald now, it means they might have to hold their ground a bit longer under this one, Liger. This could be final fight territory.
Oh, 1000%, you know, final fight. Maybe consider a little pentagram of Ferrara from the Doctor Strange. Maybe. But we're not working on maybes here. We're working on guaranteed assured victory. That is what both teams want right here. 30 seconds to finding out who's it going to be. But we're definitely going to have overtime. We're definitely going to have to watch the line because who's going to cross it to gain victory here in the first... Woo! Potential chance for Chiefs to take a map off Gen G once again. We'll see if they can pull off. Rena setting up with the Black Cat, taking out Salvation. There's a chance for the Cocoon. Already goes for the next strategist. Diving right now. Backed up again by Beastone, who's pushing Skittles back, but they're keeping him sustained, keeping him ready for the next fight. Salvation's back again. And you know that means they're going to be born again, hitting the Karmic Revival. Going to be there to keep Gen G sustained. Zycrick in a bit of trouble right now. Kumiho online if they need to disengage. But the pressure of Bobo, the Mark of the Phoenix, takes out Zhongvek. That's going to nullify the damage, deny the chance of a Galactic Legend being built for this last fight. You got to be careful. Bubble taking some damage. We're going to see some Rampage coming out from Donald. Duep hits the Freedom Charge, which means they're going to build up their ults. They're going to get their Rampage. The Lawyer is timing out for now. FMCL's down, but because of Donald, the Dino, the Reno, it's the Salve, and that's another pick right there. That is the madness of it all. You got to be careful. And off the map, there it is. 2 off the map. Skittles actually gets Zycrick. Another survives, and that's Donald as well. 2 are down. The portal is going. Matsy, there's only one last chance here for both teams.
Oh my days, the portal comes through, the Kubio's been unleashed there. Gen G are holding on for dear life into this one, trying their best to stifle their efforts. Both strategists are offline. Gen G might just have done it, Lager. There we have it, folks. Gen G, lock it down, lock it in, right on the edge of the line.
You kidding me right now? I saw it. I saw the clutch switch to the Jeff. Skittles, you monster, absolutely taken off such pivotal people. We've been wondering, how do you handle the dinosaur? He's got too much health, he survives too much, he just absorbs so much damage and absorbs just as much heals. How do you deny him? Throw him off the map! Skittles said, you know what, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get to that, and ran it forward, down. What a clean switch right there. Changing the pace of what a formidable, crazy dinosaur that Donald was. But whew, 2 maps to Gen G right now. Matsy, it's looking very dire for the Chiefs. Whew.
Yeah, I can't believe how close that one was as well, Liger. Like, it went absolutely down to the wire. Just when you think the Chiefs had a confident attacking phase there, managed to hold them down on the defense. No. Gen G pull it together, and absolutely a clean house in the end there. I just can't believe what we witnessed. Like, it's just so tight. And if this is a preview of anything going forward from here, Liger, I don't want to miss a second.
I do not want to clock out or tune out like the good folks watching Internet Drops, you know what I'm saying? You gotta lock in, but whew, it ain't over till it's over. What a crazy second map between Gen G and the Chiefs. So close! Again, so close, Matsy. Even though the score is looking like 2-0 to Gen G, the Chiefs are making them work for it, guys. They are sweating just as much right now. And we saw Skittles in the chat earlier. I said, hey, are we going to see a map 5 between you and you and the Chiefs? And he said, I don't want that stress. I don't want that stress. I was like, fair play, brother. He doesn't want that stress, but I guarantee 100% they're stressing. 100%.
Oh yeah, they're going to be stressing. They're going to have to take a little moment to prepare themselves for the next map ahead of them, and so are we. We are going to be heading to a short break, everybody, while we get map 3 set up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with this absolute cinema of a series right after this.
It gets closer and closer every single time. The name of the game, everyone stands united in Pacific to defeat Gen G. But here's the thing, it's impossible, or so it seems. Matsy, I'm gonna start with you, man. What is the special sauce for Gen G? How are they guaranteeing 2 maps now with maybe only 1 left in this best of 5 that they can stay ahead of Chiefs and make sure that gap doesn't close?
They just have their fundamentals down to an absolute T, right? It doesn't matter what they play. They know how to maintain superiority over their opponents in pretty much every way. It felt like they were getting tested a little bit, where we saw some subtle changes in some of the compositions. And the Chiefs, they were falling short in some little moments there. You know, I saw there was a good degree of separation between some of the vanguards and their strategists at some points there. The Chiefs managed to run it back a little bit, but the Gen G side just always seem to find that edge, you know? They remain composed under pressure and always have that closing factor.
Liger, I've been secretly working with Chiefs for the last 5 days. I haven't slept in a month. And here we have been debating in the war room, going for all these strat bans, and yet through it all, Salvation 2 maps in a row has gone MVP on the Atom Warlock. Is it time to ban the Atom?
Honestly,
Also, by the way, hold the phone. Hold on a second. For the first time, and correct me because I didn't watch Americos or EMEA today, is this the first Lower Manhattan in Ignite history?
You know what? Hey, it's the first time casting, so to me, it's a good day.
It's the first time that it matters.
Day.
I mean, okay,
Let's go.
so first of all, are we going to see an Atom on Lower Manhattan?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, because there's buildings inside in the corridors, the corners, the cafe.
There are buildings in
many
Manhattan, that's
spots.
true.
So yeah. Hey, I'm from Australia, man. Keg, you got to educate me on America.
I've been there once or twice. There's a lot of
man,
buildings.
Listen, buildings. All I gotta say though is what is also there hints of a certain man in a white suit.
There's a lot of men in this game.
The Kingpin. Listen,
Okay.
please give me Kingpin in the game. But until
Sure.
then,
Is this the Vanguard that Chiefs need? Do we need Kingpin unlocked for them?
Yes, give me Donald Kingpin. I'm ready for that. The Don will actually live on with
The
Kingpin.
Don
All right,
pin.
let's see if that can be.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Or the King Don?
Maybe Iron Fist, huh?
Yo.
Sign me up.
Hawkeye?
Nah.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
All right, let's talk reality. Gambit's been double banned once again. We know that it's going to be good old Dyna Protect into probably the Luna ban or the Mantis, but it's going to be Luna for now. Then we're going to get the Chiefs to protect Dyna for Donald. You know, we've got the Donosaurus Rex versus Xenosaur. You got to lock in. I got the name, guys. I got the nickname. We'll lock it in. Xenosaur. I like it. Now, next ban coming through. It's going to affect the Chiefs here. Luna as well. Nobody wants to dance today. Metsi. Nobody wants to dance. Nobody wants to go crazy. Nobody cares about the fate of both worlds. They can only care about, you know, Feeks. Feeks is banned. Out of here. Gone. Done. Goodbye. Yeah.
You can leave your friends behind.
I got that reference.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mantis. Ooh, one-sided Mantis for the Chiefs? Kind of peak. Kind of good.
Yeah, I like that they've put focus there because Mantis enables so much. You know, I've heard CB talk on this time and time again. It's not just a damage boost merchant. You can play into that speed boost as well. You know, manage to really push yourselves into a fight that little bit quicker there. Not just relying on things like the Raging Royal Flush to achieve that outcome there, but they're not going to be able to enable their strategist lineup as widely because of that Loki ban. So Gen G, they know the pieces are falling into place here, and they have to make those sacrifices.
They do indeed. Well, final piece of the puzzle here in this ban draft is about to get locked in. Rocket Protect for Gen G this time. They lost it last round. Ban down for them. It's a great pick here on the map, and you know what that means, Madsy. You know they're going to have a fiesta of revives. It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to find out. We're going to see as... Oh, there it is. The Black Cat ban against FMCL. Lock it in. The Chiefs are going for blood here. And honestly, they have to, Matsy. It's map point. If they lose this map, they're going to have to go down to lower bracket and fight their way back to the grand finals. Got to get rid of that Black Cat.
Yeah, they have to get rid of it. I mean, they've seen what FMCL has been able to do with it, but one and the same, it plays into what I was talking about earlier. Even without the Black Cat there, you've still got that Daredevil available, and FMCL can still play just as reliably on that Daredevil there. So it
100%.
doesn't matter if you ban like some of the duelist lineup out, right? Because at the moment, there's just so many alternatives. You know, you can ban out the Phoenix, you can play the Black Cat, you can ban out the Black Cat, play the Daredevil,
True.
you have Punisher, play Bucky. There's so much available right now. It's just a duelist meta through and through.
100%. You know what? You can do a lot. You can ban Black Panther. I'm joking. No one's banning Black Panther, guys. Relax. It isn't happening. We ain't banning the Panther. In fact, I'd love to see the Panther play once more. Take me back. Take me back to the FMCL Black Panther era. But I'll be patient. I'll take Black Cat era. But no Black Cat this game for FMCL. Not a chance. But he will be able to, you know, in Manhattan, maybe take a turn. Maybe go down to Hell's Kitchen with a little bit of Daredevil Matt Murdock action. Let's get to lawyering. Let's take him to court. Now, already Gen G, they know there's a flank position. They can destroy the wall on the right side and get an opening, but the Chiefs are aware right there, as they already have, you know, put a shield there. Barrier from Emma coming out to protect from Beast Node. Gotta be careful here. Donald is actually guarding this spot, while at the same time, raging his beam to cover main as well.
Be a main, and it's gonna be Pain coming through into this one, Alaga, as Gen G now start to crawl their way up the stairs there and see if they can engage it closely towards this one. But Bobo, all over again. I love how tight they keep the sight lines there, because it's just impressive how they don't expose themselves to too many lines of sight, too many lines of combat here. It really limits what Chiefs can push towards Bobo in terms of shutting them down. But one and the same, now meeting hand to hand in combat here. The Carbon Crush looking to rush ahead, and FMCL looking to be in trouble, but they managed to break through.
Have to break through. That's going to be the moment, the madness of it all. Let's see. As we got an Emma moving forward, setting it up right now, DNA calculating. We're going to see the action. Jong Vek on the sidelines right there. Going to meet the face of it now. Oh, big crunch like FMCL, but that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 down for the Chiefs. Going to see the 5th go, Zycrick and Donald. That's a full team wipe for Gen G as they do capture. And it's such a clean fight, a quick fight, Matty, and a quick wipe, which doesn't allow Chiefs to contest with a portal. They're going to have to regroup for the next fight and fight in the town of Manhattan. We're going to lock in and get around that good old Mr. Business Jeff statue.
That's the man, the myth, the Jeff right there. You love to see it. You love to see the many Jeff costumes coming through. Surely there'll be more. You can have a whole wardrobe of Jeff varieties at the end of this one. But speaking of the end, it's going to be the end of 2 players for now. They will be getting the KOs up front. Jongbaek brought back by the BRB. Boundary coming up to at least sustain Gen G through the fight here, but FMCL not going to be within range. So the Chiefs will be able to collect a little bit more presence onto this one and try and stop Gen G in their tracks.
Ooh, baby, baby, baby. You know what time it is for the Sonic Seduction coming out from Duet. Match it up with the Ensong Inferno, a classic combo from Season 2. Match it up, grind it up. Jongvek's going to bring the Salt and Pepper Shaker. Taking out Salve right there. A bit of power boost from Reno on the Mantis. Soul Resurgence in full effect. They use Sonic of their own as well from Beast Node, which allowed them to neutralize Gen G just a little bit here. And right now we got Jongvek and a little bit of chasing of the Rocket Raccoon. It's so elusive. Skittles just never gets caught. Every hero Skittles plays refuses to be caught and cornered and taken out. So elusive, so tricky with it, but it's not about the tricks, it's about how are you gonna bring the show now into the mix of it all. Ooh, big jump from coming out from the Xenosaur right now, bringing the barrier, zoning out Reno, forcing a couple ults right there, but the beam is coming out from Donald as they rush in, forcing Duet back, big crunching, taken away, but the dinos are back, the rampage is on, coming out from Donald right there as well. FMCL staging, waiting for the moment, waiting for the mark, trying to set it right now. Oh my god, what an insane rollout right there, goes for the backline, takes out 2, goes for the 3rd. Does he deny the beacon? He doesn't, but he does get a triple KO. He's going to go for the 4th right there. Does he get the truncheon action going bang for bang against the Dino right now? He's going to play it safe and walk away with a clean triple KO, which means Gen G, keep it moving down Manhattan.
Keep it moving all day long, and now get on the edge of First capture point ahead of them. The Chiefs are ready and waiting in the doorway to greet them, though. Going to be good to build up a bit of charge here, but Duep not going to be able to build up much more with the buddy barrier in a place on this one. Ultimates are at the ready, though. Ensong Inferno could be something they use to open here. There you go, Bobo. Sweeping down onto it. Not going to be able to get a KO, though. The line of sight's good. Jongvek does find FMCL, so this is a grand start. Brought back by the BRB, forcing out the boundary here. Things looking good for Gen G right now. The Chiefs have nothing to answer it, but here's the Sonic Seduction. Beast No just trying to bide their time a little bit. Reno coming back from the BRB as well. They're so close to a Soul Resurgence. They need it desperately here, and they get it right on the edge of the line. Now going to be matched by another Psionic Seduction, but it's time to get cracking, time to get impactful, Liger. Jongvek might just bring it out.
Eyes on the Winter Soldier, Jongvek, if he can get that Kraken charging up into the skies. Crusher's down, trying to get the reset right now. Unfortunately, they're pretty sustained and it's not going to hit anybody for now. Gen G cleanly disengaged, denying the impact right there. But they're going to regroup, they're going to build up their charge, they're going to build up, they're also going to be able to come back in again. Right now to take Chiefs to the second gate and through the gate and hopefully take it to the end. That is the goal for the Gen G squad right now. And speaking of the goal, we're going to send the Dino down range, and FMCO is going to be there as well to take out Jongvek. Rena falls as well. We're taking out the beacons with Bobo over here in the backline. Zycrick drops the boundary, but unfortunately it's denied. And there it is, and Starry, massive crunch right there. Taking out Sue, that's big, that's power, that's pressure, that's going to be Gen G pushing it past the second gate. We're in the final encampment here, everybody. One last push of the Shield Mobile. Come on now.
Come on now. You heard Liger. It's time. Bring it in and see if they can spin it together. As they got 2.5 minutes to pop this one forward right here. Gen G, plenty of aggressive ultimates at their disposal here, so certainly could look to break past the Chiefs, but if they don't need to commit them, then they certainly won't. The Chiefs, though, gonna match them here. Can bring out the Devil Beast Rampage, might be forced to with the Devil going out there. Ensong to combine, and they are looking to sweep them away blind onto this one. Absolute powerhouse from Gen G here, and they push it over the halfway point right on the expressway towards the final stand.
Listen, we're on a bridge, which means you know that one of these dinos are about to get dunked on. I know what Donald does. I know what Zenstarry does. I'm waiting for the moment for a dinosaur to start dunking on them. We're going to find out in the mix of it all. We got to be careful, though. Duep and Beast Note close to their own Psionics right now could seduce the opposition. You got to be careful here. Salvation has the boundary if needed. Zycrick could catch up as well. Get a little bit of Venn diagram action. We got to be careful, but there it is. Rampage coming out from Donald right now. It's going to be crunched by Zenstarry. Deny the pressure, deny the power. They're falling! So much damage! Bobo fully hitting the mark of the Phoenix. They're shredding through the Dino action. Bubble does bring Donald back in the fight with a beacon, which is good, which is clean. And they pull Beast into a corner with the Frenzy combo right there, crunching it once again. Into the mix of it all. Jongvek in the skies, trying to be a galactic legend, but there's just so much sustain on the ground from Salvation. Final fight defense for the Chiefs here. Can they solo? Can they hold? The Gen G are moving 3 meters, 2 meters. Is there going to be a chance for the stall right here in the corner right now? Is Bubble pinned down by Boba, but the Sonic's coming out right now. It's literally barely a couple meters away. At any moment right there, it's going to deliver, but they're still there. The Chiefs are still holding. They're still holding it down. Barrett's coming out. Big crunching from Donald. Zenstar is focused out right now. Pushed away from the team. Pushed away from power. Pushed away from potential. There's the amplifier. There's the resurgence. There's the Zenstarry rampage right now. And the Chiefs are getting melted as Gen G are just so sustaining. FMCL Bobo taking the PCH. Do up as well. That's 1. That's 2. Nobody's there to contest. Gen G do clear it to the end.
Rivals to the end of time, and that's exactly what these two teams are like. I love to see Gen G fired up and giving their absolute best here. Not much time left on the counter, but that doesn't mean Chiefs won't be seeking a way out to try and match them, if not exceed them, here on their own attacking side. It is going to be a real standpoint, a real proving ground for them to try and lift themselves up, because Gen G are just looking fired up right now. It looks like they're unstoppable at points. And what do they do to change? They look to lock it down on the Psylocke.
A little bit of Psylocke from a little Jongvek. I mean, Bobo, if Bobo knows, we could get a little Psylocke mirror. It's been a minute since the Dance of the Butterfly took steps towards victory. It could be absolutely beautiful. I would love to see some of that. But it's not really the meta for Psylocke, but nonetheless, I mean, I've talked to a lot of pro players, man. See, they love Psylocke. She's the comfort pick. She's the OG. She's the one you always go back to. She's loyal. That's Psylocke. But Speaking of loyalty, these teams are the most loyal teams to each other that there are in the OCE right here. These are friends all amongst each other. I'm telling you, friends even across the screen. That's right, everybody. We got friends on opposing teams here, which means friends can easily become rivals. So you got to be careful right now in the mix of it all, in the madness of it all, in the power that is being displayed from the Chiefs, from Gen G here in Marvel Rivals Ignite OCE. 4 minutes till the clock is timing down. It is now time for the Chiefs to hit attack on Manhattan. We got to lock in. We got to see how Gen G hold the line here as they set up for defense on Manhattan.
Yeah, and they're going to be faced with the primal judgment here as well from Donald and Jong back onto this one. And Bobo, once again, just jiggle peeking around these angles here, looking to keep those lines of sight as limited as anything. Genji, though, taking a bit of punishment. Bobble able to enable things, and Starry getting shot down in the early phase. It doesn't matter, though, with the BRB at their disposal. If the Chiefs don't shut that down, then Genji, even if you take them out of the fight, they're just going to come right back. And speaking of those, and Starry, again, being shot down on the 2-time here. The Chiefs are just locking down an absolute ton of damage on this, and it feels like their defenses from Genji are just being ripped apart.
Oh, the Chiefs are marching forward. This is good for themselves. However, Gen G did have time to set up for a portal contest. Yes, they did. They have the soul right there from a sacrificial play from Duep, who does get taken out, but enough to bring Zensari's portal online, which allows Bobo and FMCL and Salve and Skills to contest. But Beast Note takes out Salve in the backline. No chance of a beacon there to save them. So Amp's going off from Skills right now. Stay to stall, stay to hold the ball, but not much left they can do besides buy the time. And that's going to be Zensari. That's going to be Salvation. Big sustain. Duep's down. A good hold right there from the Gen G squad. But the Chiefs secure, and they got 5 minutes in the time. Bank, everybody, lock in to the mass of it all. But I gotta say, let's talk reality, let's talk analysis here. You know, they gotta turn a corner here. They gotta turn a couple very dicey corners. High ground, inside the buildings, you gotta be careful. They can set up beacons as well, but they don't need to, because they're actually gonna change it up a bit. We now have Reno on the Ultron, and we now have Skittles on the Loki, which means double boundary can happen, everybody. It can get into the Venn diagram mathematics of it all very quickly. But Matsi, your girl, Emma, both Sonics are up for the next fight.
That's it. It's going to get Psionic on this one, and Reno being shut down is a great start from the Gen G side here. They can look to limit that attacking power in a big way, and they're already focusing up even more, eliminating the strategist lineup there piece by piece, and in turn of forcing the Chiefs out of sight, out of mind for just a little bit longer. So this is a great way for them to buy some time here, getting those KOs into the neutral, but it's not going to be neutral for long, considering almost a full stack of ultimates that could come out on either side of this fight, Liger. I'm terrified of the explosiveness ahead of us.
I'm terrified of the Sonic in your face from Beast Note right there. They already do disengage to the low ground. A clean play. Pressure forward into the skies. You see FMCL flying. Chance for a Galactic Legend. He might be able to bait out those strategic ultimates. Never mind. Resurgence combination into the punishment. Coming out from Jongvek. They're going to be able to do that damage. But it's going to be matched by the runes. Set up by Skittles. By the boundary. Set up by Salvation. They're going to bring out the pressure. They're going to bring the power. FMCL shredded by the Jongvek. Insane punishment. Denying the Galactic Legend. Sonic does go from Duep, which does stall him a little bit. That is 4 ultimates down for the Chiefs. And finally, the 5th, the Rampage. Coming out from Donald is going to force the Phoenix to go for the Inferno from Bobo. Just going for the Permastall in the sky right there to allow Zenstar to buy the time with the Rampage of their own. FMCL returns to the fight, hits the backflip, takes out Donald, shreds through the dino, goes for Bobo, also goes for Reno, who is taken down by Bobo right there. Clean hand of the... Oh, what an insane aura lob right there. Zenstar taking out Beast Note as well, and Genji turn a fight that didn't even look in their favor. What am I looking at, Matsi? How did they flip it?
They just find the littlest things, and they manage to flip the script there, you know, shutting down the attacking presence from the Chiefs there and forcing them out of the fight slowly but certainly there. You know, Gen G, keep it methodical and manage to strategize exactly how they want to change it up. But speaking of changes, the Chiefs have brought out a couple of changes there. Zycrick on the Jeff now, Reno going to be on the DD, and you've got Beast Note bringing out the infamous Venom. So it's going to be some big changes, looking to see if they can dive headfirst into this next one.
Alrighty, 2 minutes, everybody left on the mine. We got to be very careful here. Reno on the high ground, a bit of a truncheon action right now. FMCL on the Daredevil as well. The Lawyer Mirror is locked in, everybody. We're going to core. Never mind, we're actually in court right now. Everybody's boxed in a room over here. I don't want to be in a room with Devil Dinosaur, no matter if it's Zen or Donald's right now, but they're all in the mix of it all. At the same time, Skittle's going to drop the boundary on the Shapeshift and Loki right there. Bubble as well. You already know that's how it's going to be. The big sustain coming out from the strats, from the Chiefs, from Gen G, from these OCE legends here on our screens, but it's going to deny the fight, neutralize the momentum for now, and force Chiefs to regroup. Gen G looking good as they surround Big Business Jeff statue and deny the chance of the Chiefs pushing the Shield Mobile a little bit more forward, everybody. Manhattan is crazy. It is a map we've been waiting to see all Ignite long, Matsy, and I'm so excited to see how these teams are conquering it.
Likewise, Liger, it's always amazing to see some of the new maps on the block here, and I hope we see more where this came from. But speaking of where this came from, we are going to be diving into yet another fight ahead of us here, utilizing the body barrier just to keep themselves in the fight a bit longer. The Chiefs are trying their best to heave their way through, but it's going to be the chomp and stomp under this one. Bobo bringing out the end song, and Rip and tearing their way through. Triple threat, and it's a lot of regret for the Chiefs there, as Bobo locks it in before, shuts the door on that attack, and it could be just one more fight, Liger. 44 seconds and a dream.
Ooh, oh. It's on the Chiefs right now to turn their dream into reality. This is the moment. This is the mark of the Phoenix. Maybe John Venkel. Bobo nearly took him out, but he's going to force the Galactic Legend in the sky. Salvation drops the boundary. Do it with the Sonic as well. Bring in the power, bring in the pressure, bring in the thunder, bring in the firepower, bring in that Jurassic action, bring in that Primal Fury. You got to be very careful right now. There it is. The beams are lining up right now. Beast Mode trying to stage on Zenstari, trying to force some abilities out. And there it is. FMCL going for the rage right now. Gonna let it out as they should. And going again with the Rampage combined from Zenstari. They go for it. It's a Quadra D. Rampage coming out from the both of them. Synergized combined together, forcing Zyquik, Beast Mode, and Donald to become a unit against them in the 3v2 scenario on the low ground. But the battle isn't over there. The battle is going over there, and Matsy, the battle is officially in overtime right now. Bobo getting marks. Oh my god, this guy's insane.
Absolutely insane, just bringing the pain time and time again there. Gen G, hold firm, hold strong, and lock it out from the Chiefs in a clean sweep in this upper bracket game. My word, it's just the Bobo effect through and through there, just seemingly uncontested at times, and look at that, it's not another Salvation MVP, Liger. This time Bobo gonna be front and center.
Bobo's like, let me take one today. And now it be, that is what it is, 3-0 to the Chiefs. Sorry, to Gen G against the Chiefs, and I do believe they are the winners in this upper bracket final. My goodness, but I gotta say though, the Chiefs are making them work for it. My goodness, every single time, such close fights, such madness of it all. But it is what it be. And oh god, the damage, the numbers are crazy. Bobo with the 40k damage being dealt. Who's eating that damage? It's Beast Mode and Donald blocking 80k. My goodness. Numbers are crazy, accuracy's off the roof. Everybody was pouring in so much damage. We got a Quadra KO earlier as well from Bobo. FMCL putting in the work, but Skittles with the switches, with the big versatility in his strategic pool, allowing that to be enabled. But Zyquik, my goodness, Zyquik was enabling so much for the Chiefs right there. Just really getting the picks, getting those, those taunts, those temptations to be able to shut down such pivotal moments, really marking FMCL quite a bit this one. We realized, they took the Black Cat away from him. It's like, you're going to go Daredevil, you're going to be able to mark you just a little bit better on the White Fox.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, even if you try and target ban around Gen G, they always have another player ready to pick up the slack, and their whole team, you can't ban into them because there's always ways around it for them. That's the real focus of the veterancy of them as a team and how they have such strength to showcase through and through. But speaking of these teams here today at the scoreline, certainly not telling the full story there. The Chiefs, Gen G bringing their absolute A game today, and Keg, that was just a fantastic bout.
It was a fantastic bout, Matsy, and I really enjoyed watching it. And even though Gen G did have to work for it, this was statistically the most far-away success Gen G have had over Chiefs in their 2026 history against each other. It's always been 1-3 for Chiefs, but this time around, a 3-0. Gen G, yes, they did have to work for it, but they've looked better than ever. Now, Mr. Matsy, I have a question for you now. Actually, it's not really much of a question. Talk Lower Manhattan to me. It is the first time we have ever seen it in Ignite history. What's going on with it? Why would you want to go to this map?
I feel like the reason behind it for, I believe it was the Chiefs picking into that one, is they're trying to catch Gen G off guard with something. They want to try and find some unknown ground there, because you don't see much Lower Manhattan. I mean, this is like the first time we've seen it in competition on this side, and so they're trying to find that unknown factor to see if they can just get the edge over them. But again and again, you know, for Gen G, it just feels like there's no sense of the unknown anywhere.
Oh, what's this? Ring ring? It seems like we have our interview set up and ready to go. It's our man of the hour. It's FMCL again. Let's take a look and see what FMCL has to say. Hello again, my friend. How are you?
Hello. I'm great.
So, we were just discussing before you came onto the line, Lower Manhattan. It was Chiefs' potential ace in the hole to try to trick up Gen G, and I don't know if you were there, FMCL. That didn't quite work out for Gen G. Talk to me about this map and what the preparation looked like.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the maps to have scrimmed like more on, because it's like just been added. Whole lot of new strats that are possible on this map, especially with like the wall hacks. It's like we just tried it a lot, and I think it's one of our better maps actually. So it's a bit of an int from them, but it's fine.
Love to see it, and I guess, you know, they're gaining that further experience against you guys. Do you feel like when and potentially if you guys face each other again later on into the tournament, that it could be an absolute similar result, or do you think maybe they'll be able to run it back in the analysis and approach it better next time?
I feel like, well, if we verse them again, it'll be in the grand finals, right? I feel like,
Yeah.
ooh, maybe they could get a map if they figure out some stuff, but yeah, I think it'll end up quite similar, you know, maybe 4-0.
Ooh. Really quick, just quick question. Do you think Chiefs will be the team you face up against in grand finals?
I think it's pretty likely, although JFD has had like quite a glow up story since the start of the season, so I don't know, maybe I could be versing JFD. But yeah, I think it's probably Chiefs out of them all.
Well, you know, it could be Chiefs, could be JFT, you know. So many variables here in OCE, you know. Everybody obviously wants to know, you know. You finally got the Black Cat unbanned for you to play. I know you're enjoying that. But I'm here to stir the pot, of course. It's OCE. I want to know, you guys were talking a little bit about Kanga, saying, you know, they're looking good and the Chiefs looking a bit struggling right now. You know, continue on that storyline. Zensari also echoed this when we interviewed him. What's the go? How do you feel about how OC has changed? Today's been crazy. We've had Upcity Spaghetti for the past 5 hours. We've had 10 maps. And now you guys have gone for a 3-0 against the Chiefs. And who knows what's coming next?
Yeah, there's actually been like a lot of upsets there. It was very exciting, but it was also like kind of annoying because I was sitting there waiting for my game for about like an extra hour than I would, because both games went overtime, last point dom. Like, what the heck, man? But yeah, I think the rankings have changed like a little bit since preseason. You know, some of the teams have made some roster changes. Like a couple of like star players came in, like Lil Rang on Vulcan Red. He seemed to be putting like quite a lot of damage on the battlefield, you could say. Another member, QuanXT, that's my goat. He was doing some good work.
Shout out Quan.
Yeah, I think there's been like a couple of roster changes that's just like changing what team's better.
Ooh, I have a quick question for you before we close things out, FMCL. Is there a player outside of Gen G in those roster moves that you think has been a superstar in performance? Has there been a big roster move outside of Gen G so far this stage?
I feel like it's Lil Rang, you know. He put on some motion during those games. Whole lot of talent in there. Especially he just like came from console.
Really?
Yeah, he was like a former controller MRC player. They swapped to PC like season 3-ish, I think.
What am I doing with my life?
Hey, that rings a bell. You used to have a player on your team who was a controller demon. Shout out to Skittles out here. And he's on the keyboard mouse now. No, wouldn't say demon. Okay. See, this is why Gen G's so good, guys. They're critical against each other. There's no glazing your teammates. Just hypercritical.
That's wild to me. Well, FMCL, man, always a pleasure to have you onto the mic. It's always fascinating to see the insights of Gen G, and the streak continues, man. This was your best performance, at least in terms of the scoreboard, that you've had against Chiefs so far. Before we close out, do you have any words for the audience as you head to Grand Finals?
Just keep supporting us. Buy the Gen G bundle in game. You know, it makes you do more damage if you didn't know that already. It's like a weird bug. I put it in the game, Miles Gong. You know, I got connections. It's just like that. So buy the bundle.
I
and keep
remember that
supporting us.
patch.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, FMCL. A pleasure as usual, my friend. I can't wait to potentially interview you again after Grand Finals.
Good luck in the finals.
Got this. Good luck.